Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe, and this War Consent Resources Server the Republic. Today, I'm finally going to have to clean up my mess. So I asked you, do you want me to fix my stuff? And the answer was, yeah, fix your stuff. It's not working. You're making too many silly things. This one is one of those that doesn't really matter. So I need to turn this notification. That's what it's called, off, because I clicked this button instead of this button. It's just honest mistake. Sorry about that. Also, it's not empty. It's just very low. But what are the other issues? Well, there are a lot. Citizens happiness too low. Okay, where's that? In here. The city has a problem, and the happiness is just suffering. But what are they missing? They just don't have a job, no tavern, and no place of spirituality. But this is the real problem. This is the big problem. We even have 50% government loyalty. That's awesome. Health could be better. Why is it only 81%? That's a little low, but could be better, could be worse. But yeah, this criminality, that thing is killing me. Not in this building, but in buildings like over here, 4, 5. I think I have a couple that have 9%. There's another 5. There's 7. Ouch. There's 6% here, 4% there, 5% here, etc., etc. It'll be really great if there was an overlay for this now, but we don't have a criminal overlay. But we have an overlay that you can't see in the winter with like serious crimes, medium crimes, just some, and then minor crimes. We have a lot of crimes happening. That's the problem in this city in general. Are those problems everywhere? Well, I can tell you that in Rostock, we're not that bad. And we can click around, let's click on these couple buildings. We're at 1% crime, 2% crime. It's not perfect, but it's by no means the same number that we saw everywhere else. However, these buildings I would have expected are full. They're not full. That's another problem that we have to address, and we're going to get to that hopefully relatively soon. Schwed, this was the one where we added the police station not too long ago. It's dead, so it doesn't have any more problems. No criminality, no nothing, nobody complains. But we have some reconstruction in progress, and for that, I think we can just get our construction office 1 on the job. I just want you reconstruction. There you go, maintenance. Do all the things that need to be reconstructed, and we can move on from there, because this one construction office down here is not going to be able to do all of that, and I would like all of this done before we invite people here again, and that should be fine. We're still paused because I'm not that stupid. We're gonna wait because 22%. Obviously, it's only 8 people here, but all of them are just the mafia. Apparently, 34%. Yeah, Glashagen has the same problem. We're not gonna recover this. Once you're over 10%, there's really not much you can do in your city. It's very unfortunate, but that's fine. We're just gonna lose a few people here and there. But the thing that we have to fix is Greifswald for sure. This is the big one. We have to make sure that this sea exists and survives, because if that one goes away, we have 7,000 people sitting in Rostock, and it's gonna cost, how much does it cost? Well, about 200,000 ruble per 10 people, so 20,000 per 10. And if we want to invite a few 10,000 of them, it's gonna rinse us pretty well, because that number also goes up every second, like every time we click on that button. So that's what we want to fix. Criminality is the big one, and you may have seen messages popping in over here out of those 265. We're not going to look at all of them. I made the assumption that it was Schwed that had that problem, but no. These 3 New York cities all have the same problem, and they are currently running out of everything, and that's the big issue. That's the big kahuna that we have going on. Yeah, I would like to actually be able to turn this off, but honestly, this city is probably going to recover. No, it's going to empty itself out, and then we can worry about those things. So let's jump into it. Crime. This is the problem. We have chance to solve nothing, and a lot of unsolved crime here. How much? I think it's going to take me about a minute to unclick all of these, and that is bad because the game does not go first in, first out. It just goes, oh, I have 100 crimes and I have 50 workers or 40 workers. Let's just split them up between all of them. And if you are a government worker, you probably know that this is not a way to solve anything effectively or efficiently. So nothing's going to happen here. Cool. Well, how do we fix this? For right now, there's only one solution for this. And let's check a couple other things. There is no backup of cases here, but I'm going to preemptively increase the number of workers here, because once our police is working, that will be a problem. You have a lot of people sitting there, and birth rate, we want to increase that so we just stay ahead of the curve a little bit. How's it over here? Police station, you're not overloaded. You are just fine with the number of people that I have here. And this city, you may know, is just a little bit smaller than Greifswald. It's about 7,500, and Greifswald is about 12,000 or close to. So that is fine. This police station here is probably not going to be super necessary. If this one actually does what it's supposed to do, no, that's secret police. It's a different one. This one, if this one does what it's supposed to do, but I do have to make sure that I have sufficient and appropriate workers for everything, which is the next part. If this one is not actually full, and it looks like it was actually running pretty fine, this one's not actually full and has enough educated workers, nothing's going to get done either. So those are all things we have to consider. This courthouse is going to get a lot of extra work in, and yeah, we're just going to check a couple more things. There's another police station here. This one's completely overloaded for same reasons as the first one. It's just not the best situation. At least our hospitals aren't that bad. And honestly, that is the biggest hit on happiness that we're getting, because, well, let's look at this. Death of a child, yes, we understand that that's a big hit, but only a few people get that every time. Unable to get electronics. Sure, that's a big hit. 6 people out of 20,000. Not terribly worried about it. Unable to drink alcohol, 148 of them. Yeah, it could be better. 7% is a big hit. Lack of meat. That's a big hit. Small number. Arrival to prison. Well, don't do crime. Starving. That's a big one, but only 80 of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's in Greifswald, in Schwed or in Glashagen. So that's not a huge problem either, because those two places are going to go away for now. Unable to visit hospital, not a lot. Unable to get clothes, not a lot. Crime, that is the big hitter. 3,000 people a day, almost 3,500 people a day have negative impact on that. And I don't trust that these stats that you see here are fully reliable, that they can't take everything into account, because if you have a criminal going back into a building before they are released, like before they're investigated, they decrease the happiness for the whole building, for everyone that's in there. And I'm not 100% certain that that is accounted for in here. Then culture, loyalty, pray in church, and sports, they have some impact, but as you can see, those numbers aren't big. And if those are the only things that we're missing, I think our happiness should be in the high 70s. I don't know if we're going to get to 80s, but high 70s is definitely a thing. The biggest issue, though, is with crime and justice, this thing is going to start a death spiral in just a few seconds. And we see that, there's 7% here. We see that in Glashagen. With this high criminality, people just leave. They're just like, why would I stay? Like, seriously, this is not a place to go. So it's tell Glashagen that nobody should move in here for the time being and concentrate on fixing this. Okay, how do we fix this? We have to add a lot of police stations. I think I have about a year, maybe a year and a half until this has to be solved. So this is something that has to happen quickly, but also efficiently. We have a courthouse here, and here's the thing. If all of these cases would be solved at once, and if I have 6, 7, 8, 10 10 police stations, they would send a lot of people to a courthouse, and that would be bad, because then the courthouse is overloaded too. So you can't just upgrade one thing, you have to upgrade multiple things. We have one large courthouse sitting here, and we have, I think, still a small courthouse over here. That's secret police. There's a courthouse. Currently, nobody's even working here. That's awesome. Let's increase that so we can actually share the burden a little bit. But I don't think 2 or 1.5 courthouses are going to be enough for what we need to do here. I actually need to build another courthouse. And I need to find a good enough location for that we can get workers to right away. And I think I only have one in this city. So let's get started. And this is just for planning. We are still paused because it's too dangerous to just let this run. I need any minute that I can get. So let's get another large courthouse. We're just going to place it right next to this setup right here. That should be good. And then we just need a road that gets you connected to the existing anything. Cool. First one. Sorry for winter, but this has to be done and has to hopefully be done right. Then let's get you connected to something useful like that footpath right here. And I think we're going to connect you to one more. just to get more workers in general. And footpaths are very cheap and very easy to build, so I'm not terribly worried about that. But this is the first one. Let's have our courthouse here and just triple check that you have all the utilities. We have heat, we have water, we have sewage, we have power. Wonderful. Done with one. Let's check this one. 12% criminality. Ouch. They're not going to stick around for very long because, as you can see, there's nothing else wrong besides our criminals, so happiness is in the drain. They're even healthy. We don't have secret police coverage out here, which I think a comment pointed out before. I just didn't pay too much attention to that because I wasn't worried about loyalty. I knew my loyalty in general is 50%. Where are you? Not on here, not on here. There, 56% on average in the Republic. That's good enough. I don't need to know that everyone is near 50%. This is fine. You only need to know the loyalty pieces for schools in general. Where's one here where you can say what's your government loyalty, where you for the people that you want to come in here, because it gives you some bonuses. Same thing over here. And yeah, I have it set to really high, so we only have a few very loyal citizens. You have 31% loyalty. Oh, these are citizens that we don't know the loyalty of in some cases when they get here, and then we only get it set when the secret police is actually joining their, or getting to their building, which is interesting. But anyways, police station. Yes, how many do we need? We'll just have to spam them, but we have to build them in a organized fashion. So how about we get started here? If I do this, I can probably fit 2 right here, and that should help. So put 1 there, flip it, and there's a road connection there. What does this road connection give us? That looks like it's not doing anything useful, but I can't really fit a second police station there, so may as well just add this directly to the road that we have here. We have power, we have heat, we have sewage, and water, so this is all good. Get that one in there. Construction office crew 2, get on this building ASAP, please and thank you. And then how about we do a quick shortcut for... No, we can't. We'll just do that footpath there. That's fine. So that's the first one. Let's have them get started on this because we have to start somewhere. There you go. Actually, number 3, which is the helicopters, they can start bringing some materials to the actual police station. That should help. And then construction office 2, if you want, you can get these footpaths at least done and the road done. But the rest is, this is more important. So high priority for that building. Cool. One more. We need a bunch of these. Another police station. One of the problems that we also have is this police station cannot cover everything in the center of town. That's what I built the small police station over here for. But it's also not able to do anything about it because there's not enough coverage. We have a lot of room down here, which I think we should use for what we're doing next. So let's do that. State infrastructure police station. Can we get 2 police stations in here? I think the answer is maybe. If I can, like, I need a lot in a relatively small space, so I'm going to try to squeeze them in here. But there's a footpath behind us, and they just can't build across that, so that's a little lame. Take that one out again. Make a normal police connection, and this is fine. I will do something that I don't like, but I don't think I have a good alternative. I need this police station to be able to get downtown very quickly, wherever they need to connect to. So we're going to give them a shortcut to get downtown, to the downtown area from right here. That should just help. Construction office 2, that one, and then footpath. That's for me. Keyboard shortcut number 4 can go there and here, so we get workers in. That is important and good to go. Okay, that's 2 extra. Is that going to be enough? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And I'd rather build too many now and then reduce some later than have the opposite problem. So let's get another one there. Get a footpath connection in here. That should work. Again, get our construction crews on this because this all has to happen before winter is over, really. So we get one there. Get another one here. I think there's an easy place for it. And yes, we're going to be a police state just for a little while. But that's okay, because while this, the police buildings are being built, I'm going to take this back to flip it around so I have a better footpath access. While these police stations are being built, we can find other problems that also bother us to Want to just make sure that we take care of everything. So now we're adding 4 new police stations. I have a feeling that's not going to be enough, so I at least want one more, and we'll see if that works. I don't need this to work like right away. It just has to actually be effective enough to make an impact, and we'll see if we can make that actually happen. I think if I put you here, I won't have access to the actual footpath, so it's not really going to help us. I can't really put something out here. Just there's a mountain there that won't let me. This is an option, I think. We could fit you right here. Yes. Don't love this space, but it's fine. If it gets us what we need, then this is what we need to build. So get that one connected. The road likes to be complicated if you kind of connect to a footpath, but what else do you need? I need you to go there. Get this one connected. Construction office 2. Yes. Get this one done, and then a footpath. Could be connected to that, maybe. Too steep? No. You're fine. And you can get connected to there, and then this one can just go straight through here and here, and now we have a relatively good footpath access to pretty much everything, which is great. So construction office 2, get on this as well, and the rest is all good to go. Cool. So yeah, we have all of those. I would like construction office 3, which is the helicopters, to just start delivering some stuff to these places, just so we can actually get that going very quickly. And yeah, this is already part of the deal. So let's speed this up a little bit and see what happens. There are some of you that always mention going the extra speed has an impact. It does. It does have an impact, but normally crime still gets solved with that. So there are other issues. Some issues are sometimes the overloading happens even though we have enough workers. It's just the calculation is a little bit messed up. So it definitely has an impact on that, but overall my problem is that I just don't have enough crime solvers, crime stoppers available to make anything really happen. So I got to check that. We have a little cafe bar here. Looks like you're doing okay for the booze, so I don't think that I want to have to switch you around, but this one is really not doing anything well. If we have people waiting in front all the time, that's not going to help. So let's take them out. Let's remove this entirely, that we don't have to worry about those things. I would like to see that there's nobody waiting here, but it's going to take a minute to make sure that that's the case. Other problems. No jobs, spirituality, pub, tavern, culture, sport. It's less than 1% of this building. I don't think that is going to be a major issue that we have to worry about. I'm looking for another spot. Uh-oh. There's some water issues here. We're still producing some water. That's great. The water towers are still full. So I think we may be okay here for right now with what we have. But yes, I need our police stations to actually get built and get built faster. Let's check back with them in a little bit. Let's see what Glashagen is doing, because I would like to start building up Glashagen again once we're actually empty, but it's a little early for that, so that's fine. Triple checking here that we have enough workers, and we do, so that is perfect. Yes, I would like to do something here, but there are more important things. I need to at least have construction going for everything that we need before I'm willing to go crazy on any of the other places. So we're just going to stick around for a little while longer. Rostock. Let's see what we can solve here. So people have moved out, but the happiness is okay. Health is lower than I want it to be. Okay, that's a good starting point. We're not having issues here because our happiness overall is big enough where we have the max number of people available for work there. So that is good. Let's go check out some overlays. 3,000 meters. We have 70, 80, 70, 70, 66%. These are lower quality apartments though. So yeah, quality of flat 77%. We got up to 66% happiness. That sounds about right. And they're not really complaining about anything. It's just their happiness. So there's crime problems potentially there, just not a lot of them. So I think that's not going to be a big issue. We have this little headquarter over here that has way too high requirements for students. Let's turn those down a little bit, and I think that should help. This one does not have high enough requirements for students, so let's change that. So these people are actually working instead of waiting at the university. A supermarket is not doing anything, so that is fine. Average productivity really high. It's really just a matter of our happiness in this city is just a little low, and we don't have the number of people that I expect to see here, so that's a little sad. But our health is relatively low, so I think it has to do with pollution. At least that's my guess. Do we have a pollution monitoring station here? Yes, we do, right in front of me. Very good. Actual pollution. Hard to see in the winter. Okay. Let's see if I can make something out on this. I don't see any place. Oh, yep, found it. That's why this is empty. Cool. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Not sure why this is treated as bad, but this is bad because apparently there's pollution coming from this place, which really shouldn't happen, but I think that's all the pollution there was, right? Let's see. The actual pollution. Yeah, it's just around that building. So this has to be emptied out ASAP all the time. Let's see what we can do with that. What are you? You are a demolition office. Okay. I'm looking for a distribution office that could take all of this stuff to somewhere else. But I'm not sure I'm going to get that lucky right away because I'm sure that I don't have a distribution office sitting around somewhere not doing anything. So how about we get a couple trucks? How many parking spots are there? 2 parking spots. Anything assigned to this? I should check that first. No, nothing is assigned to this. What I would like to do is this. Get me a small distribution office. Put it nearby. Well, no, we really don't need that because this is going to be done. Done being needed in just a little bit of time. So here's what we're going to do. I have 1 truck available right here. That's nice. I just need another one when I send this one on the go. Like, probably, no, honestly, 1 truck is more than enough for this thing. Wait until loaded, whatever they have, I don't care. Bring it to our starting position at our recycling industry. And right here is probably fine, just the mixed waste, because I highly doubt that we have hazardous waste coming in from the rear construction yard, so that should be okay. Speaking of which, I don't think there's any more need for this to happen, so cancel railway. Can I do this? Nope, that's doing too much. Zoom in a little bit, maybe that will help. There? Nope, I'm scared of where it's trying to do something silly there. So this and this looks great. Construction office, get on that. And then that should take care of all the things that we see here. Cool. Yep, you're already assigned to that. Great. And we have, like, there's turnaround spots everywhere, so the rail should not have an issue getting to the place where they want to go. That feels okay. But yes, seeing that there's pollution here is certainly an issue. So let's get that one fixed. Any other problems that we can tell? Everything is pretty green. Green. Yeah, it's just everything out here is where our pollution is happening. It's not completely static. It's moving to the left a little bit. But that is okay, I think. The prison. You're going to get overloaded once we have the police stations done and ready to go. Okay. We have no escapes right now, but I think we probably have to add another prison relatively soon. I would just have to see how that goes. There we go, great. Number 2, you can get started on this. Get started on that. Yes, winter is slowing us down a little bit, but that shouldn't be surprising to anyone. But this should help. Let's get started on this. Please hold a minute. Okay, I emptied both of them out. I'm going to do something that may be a little controversial. I have this rule of only allowing 50% of vehicles in my police stations because that reduces the number of crimes that can make it to the police station that need to be investigated, like this one. And I'm going to remove 2 more vehicles and send them to the depot here because I want every crime that comes in here to actually get solved. I don't want anything to go through and not get there. And as you can see, we already added 3 crimes right now with the 4 vehicles that we had, and that may be too fast. This looks good. As long as we have this one full, I think we're going to maybe be able to, well, for now, we're going to add 5 times more crimes by having the other police stations ready. So that may be a problem, but as long as these stay ahead of what they need to do, we are potentially in good shape. Okay, the next thing that I need to do is look at my pollution in this city, because my health is not quite where I want it to be, and we are in the middle of winter, so yeah, it looks like pollution just creeps up to the city, but that is it, which is honestly a good point for checking out our distance meter. So it was just about there was an orange spot, and here are our heating plants. 700 meters is good enough. I'm probably a little closer than what I want to be, but looks like we just got lucky there. So it should only affect people here, and your health is excellent, so I don't think that is a real problem on this side. How is this going? I don't want this to overload. That's very important, and it's very important that we don't that we keep our productivity at a reasonable level. So this looks fine. How about we follow this guy around and see what you don't get fulfilled during the day. So you're going somewhere now, obviously. You may not, it may be hard to see on the video, but the total time traveling is going down so slow, and the waiting on the platform is going down relatively slow, and they didn't get boosts, but they're still relatively happy and healthy and loyal, so I don't think overall this is someone that I have to really worry about, so we're just going to leave them alone. But our happiness, our happiness actually gone down from 67 or 68% earlier to less than 60% right now, which is not good. I did see some temperature in building is too low. Okay, let's go check that out, because you're technically connected to all three of these, so there may be an issue with this. And we're paused again. This is not quite full, which is a problem. This is not quite full, and this is not quite full. They're all the same building. This one is just about the same, but this is the other thing. Buildings, the distance to the building also has an impact on the temperature, and I can show you that. I did that in a test before. But I can also show you that here. It's not that one. I want the temperature in building. There you go. We're 14 degrees here, 16 degrees there, 17, 19. As you can see, the center has higher temperatures than the outside. So the further you're away from your heat exchanger, the less heat you're getting. Looks like these are all fine. Like anything inside this road circle is okay. But once we get outside that road circle, we're just a little lower. So maybe I'm just going to ignore this. I'm getting some more crimes in. Okay, I don't just want to click them away, but I don't really have a choice either, because we do need to make sure that all gets taken care of. This is already getting too much, so we're going to micromanage that a little bit. But yes, we have to be very careful with that. We don't just want to throw them away, but we do need them to actually get done. Very, very important. The more police stations are getting added now, which is good. We have some groundworks being done, and all the resources are here. So we're just waiting for them to actually get built and get something done. This one has high priority, but for some reason it's not there. Nobody's there yet. That is okay. Let's see. Has anything changed in here? Unable to drink alcohol has increased a little bit. Crime has increased a lot. Low government loyalty is interesting. Unable to enjoy culture. I think that has maybe something to do with these buildings. We still have some lights, but yeah, I'm not expecting anyone here to actually stick around. We could move them to the other city, but honestly, it's too many clicks. I don't want to deal with that right now. So let's just not. Let's hope that this one is doing what it's supposed to. Metal scrap, construction waste, mixed waste. Yeah, no, it's weird that is a problem there. This vehicle, you are parked there because you are parked there, because you are parked here, because you are parked there, and because you are not moving fast enough. And you're not moving fast enough because you cannot store something. Stop what you're doing. I'm assuming it's because you can't store something. Let's see. Not enough space to store prefab panels. No problem. I'm glad I saw that. Let's make a little bit of room until it's not red. And then, yeah, this shouldn't take very long, but it was obviously a problem. Because reasons. This is something I probably hopefully won't do again this way, but that's fine. Too many criminals. Where do we have that problem right now? Yeah, Glashagen, sorry, but you are lost. We're not going to solve you. Well, we are solving you, but not the way that you want to be solved. You, 4 for 10. That is borderline, but I will allow it. 6 for 40. This should be doable. We have more than enough people here to make that actually work. So let's hope that it's going to happen that way. You look okay for now. The other buildings are getting there, which is good. I would like to have construction office 1 maybe help with this one. Maybe that will take some pressure off construction office 2 for these 2 buildings. High priority, high priority. There's a lot of workers here, but nothing else. We need a lot of concrete and a lot of steel. How's that going over here? Just in general. We don't have enough snowplows, do we? Usually the answer to that is no, but you never know. Are we doing what we need to do here? We don't have workers for the concrete plant. We are getting workers for the concrete plant. That's awesome. We have firefighters here, so all of that looks great. Yeah, I like it. This one does not have a water tank, a heat water tank, so this one does not need to be connected to heat, which you can see up here. There's no heat connection up there. I'm not sure that that is on purpose or if that is a bug, but I wouldn't trust that this is on purpose. Most buildings are supposed to do act the same way. That's just the smallest station, and it's a little weird, but that's fine. So you're getting this done. That's good. Gravel is there. Happiness is going down, but we are fixing things, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Also, happiness goes down every time I click this button, probably. So let's see. Let's do the yellow one. 58, 59, 59. The green ones. I want the severe ones. The red ones probably have to be done first. The rest we can figure out later. This looks good, and I think our sentences, we're just going to keep that way, because if I change them too much, then we may not have a really good impact. Oh, there was another suggestion from one of the viewers, which that part I was not aware of. Why? How? We're out of power? That's a problem. We don't have any people doing power here, do we? No, we have power. Okay, why? Why do you have a power issue? There shouldn't be a power issue here. Did it remove part of the electrification? That wouldn't make any sense. Just like a little piece in there that's not fully connected anymore. There you go to there. That's so weird. Let's see if that is... Yeah, it actually shows you that there's no electrification right here. That is wild. But I think it was funny that it actually went through there and did the thing. I can't even upgrade you. Why do you think that why do you feel like there's no electrification for these pieces? That is very strange. That is not an issue I anticipated today. Then I have electric train coming through here. That's an electric one. Okay, let's see if you have the same problem as the other one. Okay, blue sign means there is a way to go, but not the way that you want to go to. Okay. This is a little bit ridiculous. It was just fine the whole time, but now that I removed a piece of track, it's just like, no, I can't do it anymore. So turn you around, run this way. I can see the sign. I know what the sign means. But it didn't make it all the way. Great. So weird. This is so weird because it's clearly electrified right there. Okay. Send you home. But they have food. That's a problem. Pause this. See what I can do here manually. I may have to auto build this because this is not a Bebo Joe did it wrong. This is a the game is being a little funky. Hold on. Oh, did it fix itself now? You're diesel. You're electric. It is fixed now. I didn't do anything. I just looked at it weird from the side. So I guess that is whatever it is now. Keep going. Do your thing. All right. Well, it's fixed now. So there you go. Maybe just some legacy code was just like, well, wasn't quite right. Okay. With that in mind, prison. This is what I wanted to do. I didn't know this. So this is new. We are sometimes losing some loyalty here. Right now, our culture is suffering a little bit, and I would like my culture to go up. Hey, they're all green. But you can actually gain some loyalty in this building. How do you gain loyalty in the building, you ask? Really simple. You need something that increases your loyalty that is in range. In this case, that building is not in range, and we have no loyalty monuments near the building. So, by adding some monuments in front of the building, we can counteract all the bad effects from being in prison. And let's see what we're going to do. We're going to do a red star monument to remind you, red star. And then we're going to build a nice little Lenin. And for that, we should have a bonus of about 9% for happiness. And because I want to, I'm going to add that road connection here. And construction office 1, this is going to be your job. It doesn't have to be done right away. But once we have the prison really full, I think that's something we absolutely 100% need. So we'll see how that goes. This is not going as fast as I would like it to go, but I'm not sure that that is a huge issue. So we're just going to leave that alone and let it do its thing. Let's check our police stations again, because we do have to micromanage them. This is bad. Too many in. Chance to solve is really high on some of them. I would like to keep those around. There you go. Keep those. What are we doing over here? Yep. This is not working. Chance to solve. Let's be selective. 53, 36, 41, 50, 51. Yeah, this is what we want to avoid. We don't want a lot of cases to just stack up, because then we're never going to get them done. So we're just going to concentrate on the severe ones and hope that these buildings are going to get done sooner rather than later. And while we're here, I can probably use this time to just get a bunch of police cars available. Which ones do we want? We want gray, blue, white. Gray, blue, white. I think I want these. Just fill this up with police cars and we'll see if that is enough. Okay. Construction office 2, you can work on this. And honestly, you can work on that too, because I don't think construction office 1 is really going to be able to do much here. So we're just going to remove that. Food, we're doing fine on food. Bistro, nobody's allowed to wait here. Perfect. So I don't have to actually tear that down right now. That's good. And we are getting to this stage again, a little bit overloaded, not terribly overloaded. How are you doing? This one's actually my saving grace. That this one is actually able to keep up with stuff for right now. Again, I don't think that's going to be the case when this building is done, but let's wait a couple minutes and see if we can get a few things complete. No, let's not wait. Dashagen, are you empty yet? You're still not empty. That is wild. I think what I need to do is just turn this one off for right now, so people run away a little faster, and then we should be okay. All right. Yeah. The good thing is, as people disappear, the crimes also disappear. So there's a positive right there. City looks nice, but that look may fool you. Okay, we have some overload in the hospital. Well, no, we don't. There was one for a second, but I don't think it's really a thing all the time. Cinema, you need more workers. That's culture that we're not getting. Over here, we also need more workers for the concert hall, very important. And then for sports, a little bit extra. Okay, that's good. That's good. Heat, we are okay enough. And yeah, I think we're okay. I think we lost a bunch of people over here and here, but that's to expect, as our crime is in the wrong, looking in the wrong direction. I do know that we have issues with knowing the loyalty of all our buildings, so I'm just going to increase our secret police a little bit. That should help with that. And yes, we're overrun by crime again. Get all of them done, please, and thank you. Okay, so with this all doing something. Oh, good. This one's almost done, which means we can just turn it on. You just need a little bit more concrete. There's a concrete truck coming. There's a concrete truck. And it's 12 to... Oh, no! You're going the wrong way, buddy. Where is our actual concrete mixer? You're coming from here. You have 13 tons of concrete. Great. And your helicopter. But you're all waiting over here, not doing anything useful. Are you gonna... Come on. Can you get filled? Are you gonna get it? Please. I don't know if someone's working right now. Nope. Okay, what are you doing? Are you just going to waste fuel and go where you just were, or where are you heading? No, you're heading to the construction office. All right. All right. Here's what we're going to do then. Construction, helicopter construction office, you are not required for this thing. So number 3, cancel construction on that building so we can hopefully get it done a little quicker. Because the cement trucks that we have, they will go here whenever it's appropriate. We just have to wait for them, and we do have enough space in there. Maybe we're going to increase this to actually allow 5. Maybe we get some mixed shifts when we do that. Hard to tell. Heating problems. Not good. Where is that? We don't care if you have a heating problem in here, honestly. Sorry about that, but don't care. What else? Happiness is too low. This is the Hagen community. Well, that's fine. Heating problem. That is a fire station that we don't care about. Get some nuclear heated water. And, kindergarten, patrol, spirituality, sport, meat. You have some meat issues. You're relatively close to that shopping center, so I'm not quite sure why you have meat issues. There is a footpath on that side, and hold on. It's really hard to see in the winter, which is a little annoying. Where do I need you to go? You would go to this station, but then you cannot cross from where you're sitting. Is that the truth? It's February 11th, so we can almost... Well, no, you're supposed to go over this way. What is your walking path? You can make it there. There shouldn't be an issue for you. Stop making it an issue. No, you're not going to solve that. Not that, not that, not that, not that. Not this. Maybe not this, maybe not this, maybe not this. Again, I'm just trying to concentrate on solving as many as we can. These numbers just have to go up for that. Same thing here. Let's keep it to 3 for this one. And yeah, I hope that in just a few minutes we will actually be able to do a lot more than that. This is supposed to be high priority, guys. There will be a problem here in just a second, which is a lot of workers, 120 workers per shift will go into the police stations. That is a lot. How do we not have... I'm so confused. Oh, we have everything we need. We're just not having the workers that we want. Okay, you can actually increase your workers right now so we can get that done a little faster. But yes, all the police stations take 20 workers plus 40, so I guess only 60 workers per shift. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. 60 workers per shift will be taken out of the worker pool for the city. That is not a great thing. that is actually a little scary, and we do have to make sure that aligns well with everything that we want. Everyone here is kind of educated, so that is good. I would like to avoid having to assign where people have to go, and as long as we have these all full, I think that is okay. Let's take all that back. Let's see what it is. I may have just done some where the investigation was really high already, but I just don't want to risk it. Here we go. We're already seeing some problems there, and we have the workers that we needed. Let's get our police cars. 1 and 2. Just 1, 2 for these, for each of them. I may even consider doing only 1, but we got to start somewhere. So you go there, and you go here. Fuel. Where are my fuel tanks? You only have 6 currently assigned. How about you go there, as well as there? It's not necessary, but it should help just a little bit. You are doing fine. You have everything that you need. You just need more workers, so let's increase that number to a lot more. There you go. How about you? Same issue. So more workers just to get this done. How about you? Also same thing. Need a lot more workers because we have 700 work days to go. With that in mind, I think I can tell our construction crews to get started on this building, because that will be the next one that we need to fill, or that we need to get built. This is nice. I was a little nervous there that we had 5 or 6 cases sitting there, but that looks good. Yeah, we got to babysit the crime, otherwise it's not going to work. That's not going to get done. Not going to get done. Not going to get done. May not get done. May not get done. May get done. Whew. This is where it starts to matter. Let's see when the first case comes in here and how fast it gets solved. That's good. That looks good. We have 2 cases sitting here now. Yeah, we just got to keep an eye on all of that. Let's go down to a prison and see if we have to start building a second prison already. Not yet. I'm surprised to see that, but also happy to see that. Also, winter is over. That's great, so things should move a little faster now, especially this one. You are kind of empty, but not empty enough. We are going to add 1 extra truck, and then see if we need more than that. Buy a new mechanism. This one is the one I can go. No, it's 62. That's not helpful. Waste truck. Okay. 62, 62, 80. This one can go a little faster, so that's the one that we're gonna use. Where are you? I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very, very hesitant to go super speed in this episode because I need crime to just be done. This number up here doesn't scare me because we are going in the right direction. It just takes a little while to get all those things fully figured out. So this is good. Actually, I don't want that. I just want to assign you what I have here. Are you the one? Waste in, waste transfer in. Very good. Give it to you. And then you go. Cool. That should be working just fine. It's just a really long distance to get here. Is there any shortcuts I could take? No, not really. So that's what we're going to keep. Keep going. Keep going on with that. This is not going as fast as I would like it to go, but honestly, this is the least of my problems, because if I want to turn this on, I need a stable population in this city that's also willing to work. Right now we don't have that, so there is that still. Do you want me to remove one of your cars? Yes, you do. Okay, can you go there, please? Thank you. This one looks good, has all the things that I want you to have besides fuel. You don't have a car right now. You are already half full. That's not going to work. So, yeah, we're just going to do one car per building, and we'll see how that goes. Scary. Scary times. And this is the last one. Just got done. Perfect. Let's get our last group over here, and we'll just have to see how it goes. There's the nuclear option of telling, well, of cheating and making all crime reset. I don't like that option. I don't want that option. It is an option, though. Once we know that we have solved everything that we need to solve or that we can solve, I think that is a fine scenario. But for right now, I would much rather just show you how to really solve that, not how to partially solve it. So we'll see how that goes. This is hopefully one of the last times where I have to go in and cancel a bunch of investigations, but we'll just have to see how that goes, because not all vehicles are here yet. So we got to be patient. 23 workers without a job. That should help what we're doing here. Construction office 2, can you get there? And then I guess you want to rebuild that. That's fine. That also means construction office 2 is almost done with everything. What do we have going on here? Nobody lives here. That's great. Construction office 1. You have not fixed everything, which is a little disappointing. But not really, because there is a lot to reconstruct. So we'll just let that go. Also, this is currently empty. What are you doing? Is there a sign here? No, there's no sign. It's sitting there. And you can do it like this, but I also found, and just recently, there's always new stuff that you can find, that you can go in here, place this road sign, and just make sure that the roads agree with what you have. Generally, the game on the first click does what you want it to do, which is awesome. But it just takes a little while sometimes to do it, and you just want to put it on where all the X's are, because if you don't have signs, they do slow down, and you don't want them to slow down. So those are good, those are good, those are good. This one is not a real node, and this one is a real node. Cool. There's another one right here, hiding in the shadows. Obviously another one right there, and this is a lot easier than just clicking on all the things. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, me too. That's fine, that's fine. You can go here, that's your main route now, and then you are main routed right there. That looks fine. How's you doing? Okay, storage extension of garbage. The storage is extension to garbage containers in connected buildings. Note the storage will be not handled by technical service. Interesting. I didn't know that they make that announcement now, or that note, but it's nice to see. This secret police doesn't matter, but this one does matter. Are you full? You are full. Okay, that's good. And you are fine. Okay. Is our health monitor going the right direction? It looks like it's less polluted. So that I'm going to take that as a bonus or as a positive. Loyalty is coming through. That's good. Let's do that. Make people happy, I hope. Okay, over here. How's it going? Police station. You have no crime happening. One crime happening. That's good. I like seeing them without a lot of crime in their bulk, especially with one car. This one, please be the last time I have to do this. And then you, yes. I have a good feeling about this. It's not going to be a fix that is instant. It's going to be a fix that will take probably a year, maybe 2 or 3 years to show its effectiveness. But we should also see that things are going well by just seeing the prison overload a little bit. Yeah, this is what I kind of expected. We're slowly overloading this guy. How are you doing? We're still just at 70. We haven't increased the number here, which is nice. We'll just have to wait. Just have to wait and see. 72. We have room. We have room there. We don't have a lot of crimes that actually come in, so maybe that is okay. 3 crimes here, that should be fine. 3 crimes, 4 crimes. Yep, 1 crime. Good. No car. Got it. Let's get one of you. And yeah, once we're doing better, we can start turning off the police stations, but for right now, I don't want to do that. So you should all be good. Construction Office 2, are you doing something right now? Yes, you are building a ton of things, especially over here, where our former criminals were. Okay, former criminals, we can probably get you moving again. No, there's still crimes happening over here. Why? Well, you're covering a little bit of everything. That's lame. I would like you to be completely empty, and then I gotta see if I can do something about... It's too much. Do something about repopulating Glasshagen, even though we don't need it right away. I would like to turn on the gravel quarries and a couple other things, but I'm not sure that this is the episode where we're actually going to do that. How are there still a handful of workers here? That part I don't fully understand, because none of them are happy. So yeah, we're not going to do anything here until they actually moved out. Do you know what else is a scary number? 5% unemployment. It is not terrible, also not great. This is still overflowing. Stop overflowing to solve something. That's at 90%. I better get done. Great. Okay. Yeah. Great. I think we have the right amount of that stuff. And yeah, this is telling me that the police stations now are working better, not great, but our actual courthouses are overloaded. So I need this one done hopefully yesterday. Let's get Construction Office 3 on here as well and see if we can speed this up a little bit. We need a lot of prefab panels, which is perfect because all of this can be picked up. Can it be picked up by our helicopters? No, they don't have access to it. But as long as we have all the prefabs sitting here, which looks like we do, just barely, we should be able to get this building done very, very quickly. Look at all those little trucks doing their thing. Lovely. 56% happiness. Did you just increase by 1? Yes, you're increasing. And 3 cranes are coming in. Could replace them with the bigger cranes that we have now, but not quite ready yet. So yeah, this is just in the last phase of building, which is awesome. Let's increase the number of workers that we allow to something bigger. There you go. As many as you want, honestly. And let's let them do their thing. All right. How's it going over here? We are stuck. We are stuck because this guy is currently trying to unload anything, and we don't want that anymore. So stop doing that and get out of here, because you're blocking everyone else from doing anything else that they want to do. You are not set to wait until unloaded, so that's perfect. That's what we want to see. And yeah, this little situation should be solved very easily. Okay. What else do we need from these guys? I think I would like to move this waste, but I would like to move it by train, so I just have to get that one built in. And it looks like we don't have a signal here yet. No, we do. There's a chain signal right there, so that should be good. All right. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that this whole thing is is part of the same junction, but I just put this one a little too close. And I hate putting down signals before I get the junction in, because they break up things a little weird. But honestly, today, with the new system where constructions are kind of merged together as they're appropriate, maybe that's no longer a real issue. So I'm just gonna have to be better about that. Oh, we don't have signals on those guys yet. Okay, we can solve that. If you can't actually exit here quickly, that is a problem that I created, not a problem that needs to exist here. So you can go that way, you can go that way. You can go out here. And then we need a couple chains here. That's the wrong one. That's a chain signal right there. Need one there, need one there, and Yeah, that should get us there. I'm going to add another signal here because we have a couple short trains driving. And that should help. And then for refueling, you can go here. And for chaining, you can get out this way. And I don't know. I know that we're not fully done with the rail on this side, but for right now, I just want this to kind of work. So let's just allow this to happen, because not all of this is actually fully done rail. And the rail cranes have to be able to get out there again, but we have the rail construction office right here that should help us with that once we're ready for it. 57% happiness. That is good, and our courthouse is done, and it's starting to get overloaded. This is fine. As you can see, the numbers go up a little bit faster than the other numbers that we saw before, so I'm hoping that we can actually get some things done. But this now indicates that our prison, only 96. That's actually really good news. I would be surprised if we only end up with one prison at the end of this, but barely half full is great, but we do need some more wardens to want to work here. So we probably want this one to be emptied, and then we're just going to start filling this up because I need these people to work at the prison. Otherwise we cannot handle the influx of people that's going to come any minute now. So let's hope this is going to do it for us. And we're just going to fill all of them up right now. And then move on. Do we think that the city of Schwedt has been rebuilt and, refurbished a little bit? I think it's still too early to say. The problem is, without Schwedt, we don't have a fuel production. And without a fuel production, we may have other issues, because right now, it's being reconstructed, great. Right now, we don't have any of that stuff, which means our fuel is probably starting to look a little lower. We still have some in a lot of places, which is great. Didn't click on that. And yeah, maybe we're okay for right now. I'd just like to make sure that we don't run into issues later on there. So once this building is done, I think I'd be inclined to call people back to action into Schwedt, but we're not quite there yet, so that can stay there. I'm surprised that nobody is able to repair this guy. It may be... No, you're probably not in range of that building, right? Are you? You are in range of the building, so that's why it's not being repaired, because that building currently doesn't have any workers. So there's a very simple issue that can be solved later. This seems okay. I would like a couple more people, though. That would help. How many do we get in here? 64, 18. Yeah, we don't have a lot of workers now going to other places, which probably will translate to our heating plants potentially having issues. So we're going to leave that there. View all messages. What do we have? Okay. I did ask Peter for some notifications on police stations, like when you don't solve a certain percentage of your cases, or when something else is going wrong. Like, those things are not good for you. Looking at all of this, it looks like we are doing really good. Too many criminals. That's okay, as long as we're solving it. This is a tiny building. Nobody cares about you. 65% criminal. That's funny. But yeah, how are we doing here? 5%, 6%, 6%, and 8%. This one has not changed yet, but this is something that will take a little while to actually change. The thing that I'm very encouraged by is having some of these police stations already sitting here without any cases is excellent. I'm actually going to probably consolidate one of these at least. When you have your vehicle already, so I would like all vehicles from this place to go here, and then when the investigations are all done, the vehicle has to disappear first. Once the investigations are all done, I'm going to shut this one down, and eventually we're going to deconstruct it, and that's fine. But for right now, this should be good. Checking on the time there, that was an hour. So yeah, this was the first fix that needed to happen. This was the biggest one because it actually stops everything from working. I think goal should be a goal. That was a weird way to say that. A goal should be to get into higher 70% happiness again, because that should mean every time I go below at least like 70, I should at least know what exactly is wrong. But yeah, it's a better indicator, and hoping that the notifications get you what you need. But yeah, I did ask Peter for a bunch of things around crime and justice for notifications that we can turn on and off. They're clearly not in yet. However, we should check what notifications we have that I want or not want. Traffic jams, sometimes. Train collisions, sometimes I care for those. Notification for train signal, what does that do? Honestly, don't know. Shop goods, yes. Notification for factory production, interesting. Notification for police. Police did not arrive, I'm assuming. Notification for citizen crime level, okay. Orphanage, we don't have one. Happiness too low, yes. Loyalty seems low, don't care. Health is low, yes. Unemployment is too high, yes. Ambulance not arrived. Interesting, we got a bunch of them right away. Heating problem, electricity problem. Definitely want this notification. Not sure why that is off. Shop goods, train signals. Yeah, it's just not easy enough to read what the problems may be. So that needs a little bit of work. But you have that's not important. What's this? Unemployment is too high. Yes. Where is that? Unemployment in a residence hall is not really a thing. But I'm assuming it's that they're not able to study. So if we reduce the requirement here, we have 40% or 45% loyalty there. They may be able to actually get there. Good enough. Happiness too low, too many criminals. We're working on that. Happiness. Okay, get rid of all that, and I will try to do a better job of actually paying attention to those things. This looks good. Okay. Prison, yes, this is what I expected. We are still within the limits because we are still seeing crime being reduced. This is the main thing you should care about. Loyalty, if that goes low, we have construction office 1 and 2 that is supposed to get these done, and obviously they're not prioritizing it. But this should offset negative effects from loyalty, especially if they're just minor like this, because these two together should give us 9% loyalty. That should help for all of that. But yeah, we have a lot of prisoners coming in, and we don't have an extra prison available at this point. I don't have another... Oh, I do have another city where we can build a prison. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Schwed, are you ready to have a prison? Yes, you are ready. Okay, where am I going to put it? Are you really going to do that right now? It's been over an hour. Yes, but we want to make sure that we actually solve this right, and this is the last piece of the puzzle to solve it. I had a guess that we need another prison. I just wasn't sure that we needed one. I don't have power. Power is there. So next to this, we could put a prison. Yes, and you're definitely going to be in walking range of that place. Good enough. I would really like to make this pretty and put some stuff around it, but honestly, that is the last of my problems. Construction office... It's like 1 or 2. It's going to take a while to get this one actually done. But I would like this one to be high priority when you get to it. This one to be high priority when you get to that. Construction. Let's get a footpath in here and then in here. Should get us all the things connected that we actually need in this area. Construction office 1, I guess get on that. Construction office 3, that's the helicopters. They can get started bringing some material out here. And that should help. And once we have that one actually running, we can invite some more citizens to that spot. Look at them go. You look good, crime-wise. This is awesome. Did we actually get what we needed? It looks like we are in a really, really good spot. I want you to go there, turn this one off because we currently don't have any crime coming in here. And happiness is already going up. That is expected. These two will have 2 vehicles and full staff. This one is not going to do anything. You used to have one crime in there, and you have 1. I think we're going to move this back to your original place. Now I have to look. Would you have a better access to anything? No, they both have about the same access to everything. Okay, then we're going to keep this one, because this we will turn off. Did I overreact on number of police stations? I don't think so. I don't think I did. Oh, you know what's great? I can turn this one off too. You know what's great? There's a container that is full. That's not great. That's actually pollution that we don't want there. I need to solve that right now. Give me a small container truck that I can actually use to bring stuff somewhere. I don't see one here. Okay. Is there a technical service office that's in range of that building? I think the answer is maybe. Yeah, there's a TS. You are in range of that building, so you're going to get to that eventually. You're just not there quite yet. Let's get a couple more of these, just a couple different ones, and maybe that we'll get to that sooner rather than later. The good news is, if our courthouses are already empty, that this prison is not going to get much fuller than this, which means we can stop all construction on this and this as well. No reason to overreact, but we can leave it here because in case we have a similar situation coming up later, we can solve it. How's it going over here? You're relatively happy, do what you want. Good. Do we have the pub on or off right now? The pub is currently turned off. You guys can get a little extra stuff from there. I don't think we ever had real issues here. This looks like it's just a little bit closer than what I want it to be, so it's turned it to 13. That's good. Number of students waiting, that is all fine. We have this maxed out. We have this one. Okay. This one is good. I think otherwise, no kindergarten, just one person. That's fine. I think otherwise we're doing really, really good. We don't need this headquarter on at all. Let's turn this one to 100% because all of the people that are here can work, because we have a different HQ that we can use for any actual development. With that in mind, I could start turning Schwed on again. And yeah, I think that's going to be the last thing that we do today. Triple check that Greifswald is actually doing what it's supposed to do. 4 cases here, 4 cases here, 2 cases here. That is fine. Handful of cases here. I think they're all moving pretty good, so I think that may be okay. We could allow just a couple workers here. Well, no. This one's a tough one. You don't want to turn it off and you don't want to turn it on too fast. I think we're going to leave this on for just a little while longer because this list is getting a little longer than what I would allow it to do. Looks like these are fine. Honestly, I would like to take the small station out of the equation and probably just expand to here. We'll put that car out because this small station is always overloaded and that's not very helpful. So what do we have going on here? Let's take a few of these out and hope that they get them done before anything else happens. This is fine. This is fine. Yes. I don't think we need this. Well, we needed to solve those couple units there. But as you can see, it's a double-edged sword that we have to make sure we don't completely screw up. How are you doing? 144. This is good. A 1-to-2 ratio is just fine. And as long as this number is positive, you're doing just fine. Let's make this. And yeah, the loyalty we should be getting back from the monuments that are outside of the building. So I think that is all good. I think Schwed can come back. What do you think? Yes. Long episode, of course, but that is highly, highly related to the nature of the crime and justice fix. I'm actually surprised I was able to get to a satisfactory for me point in this one episode. I thought it would have taken longer and we didn't even speed up anything. So that worked better than I expected. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, like, subscribe. Maybe watch the next episode. Maybe watch the episode previously. Maybe check out any of my tutorials. Maybe check out any of my tests. Maybe come to Patreon because there's a thing too. And sometimes I can give you some early access to videos like this one and others, especially for the series. Yes. Now, what other things are there to fix? I think there are a couple free buildings that it will start replacing. I don't think that's a big fix. It's just a thing that has to happen, and then you click a couple buttons and then you're done with it. But that's one more thing that I know I will probably address. Thank you, Jan, for suggesting that. Because for all the expansions that I'm going to do, I'm going to need some of the free buildings. And there's one test that I would still like to run in this Republic, which is another complaint from one of the viewers, that I always start rather large, which, yes, that is how I like to play, but by no means is the only way this should be played. So I want to see how all that goes. We have some vehicles here. I don't think we need you, but we're going to see. One of the suggestions was that crime happens because you don't have enough jobs. And if that is the case, then yeah, Schwed, you're going to get a bunch of more buses to get your stuff here situated. But yeah, you have currently some vehicle or some people sitting there. They're not doing anything. The heating plant is not on because I told them not to work there. Cool. But that should be fixed in just a second. And obviously we don't have crime right now. I would like to know when crime happens here. Don't have a way to determine that right now, but that's okay. But as you can see, our happiness is going in the exact direction that we needed it to go. I would like that bus actually to be used in Schwedt, because there's only one bus currently going to the refinery. We have 82 people sitting here. That's good. Do we actually have 2 buses already? It's not there. It's here. That's the bus station. We have this 3 buses already. No, if we have 3 buses already going there, I don't believe that there's a need for more than that. The only thing we might need, and we technically have more than enough space, is an end station maybe to utilize here. Where do we have an end station in this spot? I don't have one. Okay, I think that's okay, and I don't think we need line spacing enabled, simply because the refinery can take 500 people and we only have 3 buses, so even if 3 buses show up at the same time, if they're all full, we're not going to overload this refinery with workers, so I think we're okay on that front. Last check on police stations. Okay, you are a little overzealous. Let's get this one turned on again, even with just 1 vehicle. That should be fine. You're also a little overloaded. You are also a little overloaded. Okay, so our initial behavior with just using 1 vehicle per police station seems like it was the better option. So we're going to go back to that until crime is actually at 0, 1, 2% in this whole city. And it's going to take a little while. We're going to waste a bunch of workers for that. But it's not a waste if it works, right? Exactly. So that should be fine. That should be fine. I don't think I have another police. Oh, this one is the one that doesn't have a car right now, but I don't really want to turn you on. So we're just going to move that police vehicle down here and learn from our mistakes, right? I will forget this again, don't worry. But we'll see how that goes. Are you going to get through all of this? Yes. I like it. I like that this game still kicks my butt every time I play it and I look away. But it certainly is frustrating too at the same time. So I think this is all fine. You are half full again. You are half full. Okay. Which also means maybe the prison was a thing that we need to do. Nope, we already have less people here than we did before. So as long as we don't get close to 150 with the crime sentences that we have, we shouldn't get very close to that. I think we're okay. I think we're very okay. Should we follow how someone is developing here? Well, crime is 25%. Sure, we'll watch this guy for a couple days and see what happens. Our current settings should reduce crime by about 4%, at least 3% every day. It went from 25 to 21% there in a day. So we are doing just fine. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was entertaining. Next time, I will figure out what we're going to do. We still have to... The New Republic is not done, and I didn't look there at all this time. There's still Wolfsburg that needs to be done. There's just a lot of stuff done. We don't have our own food production yet. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Definitely something that I'm gonna add here very, very soon. Let's see how this all goes. Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.